How much time do you think you're spending now versus before?
It was taking a lot of time. I'm not spending much time these days, which is nice.
That's great. What do you spend your time on now with, in your personal life with all that
Oh,
saved time?
my
I'm sure you
goodness.
enjoy it.
I'm back to teaching. My daughter's a fifth grade teacher, and she said, Mom, come and do music with my students. So after being retired 20 years, I'm back working a little bit. I have several volunteer endeavors too. So
Great. Well, I'm glad that you get to spread it around and not just spend it on HOA stuff.
exactly.
So, what fears did you have with making a change when you were looking into, working with us?
I kind of feel like HOA management is turned over to people who don't know what it means, how to go about it. That was my big caution that we had nobody to answer those questions for us. So if we chose for you to only do our financial part, then who helps me with all the rest? Who helps us with all the rest? But we have an attorney that we can call. So we decided that as long as we had somebody to help us with code compliance, or if a problem arose, then that's really all we needed. We were already dealing directly with our gardener. We have an electrician, we had a plumber, we already had connections with people in the trades. So there was no reason to have to call a property manager and say, oh, we have a broken sprinkler. We just call the gardener and he fixes it. That may be, if we were 800 homes, we couldn't do that. But with a smaller community, it's workable for us.
What has your experience been with community financial service and service turnaround times?
Well, Russell, your team is great. Communication is always in a timely manner. We have a new person on our team. I think she's assistant client manager, Gara. And financially, we have not done well this year. We've had a lot of unexpected expenses. And so this is budget preparation time. And I've asked her some very, very basic questions, almost embarrassed to be asking her that, but she's so patient and comprehensive with her answers. This week I wrote her and said, "Okay, I don't really know what the three of you do. So could you just explain your role?" So she sent me this beautiful brochure that explains exactly what everybody does, and it's super helpful. So communication is spot on, it's timely, it's comprehensive, it's friendly, patient. So it's
Terrific.
saving us a lot of money, Russell.
Awesome.
Mhm.
I'm so glad to hear that. So it's saving you frustration from not getting good communication. It's saving you time. It's helping with doing accounting that you didn't want to work on. That's wonderful.
And money and
And
saving
money.
us money. We're trying not to raise our dues. We don't want to do that unless we have to. And we appreciate, I mean, I think you're considerate in your cost.
It's a strategy. I've seen other solutions try and give a low price because it's tempting for boards to choose the low price, and then they have all these add-on charges that you're not really sure about. And we try and have minimize those and give people a price that they can rely on and use for budgeting purposes, right? And
Mhm.
provide a good value. So I'm glad to hear that. When you made the change, was it more or less difficult than you thought?
So there were a lot of information that had to come from me to her, but it did take a bit of time to supply to her everything that was needed for you to set up our account. But it's very doable.
How long did that take approximately?
It
About 30 days.
might have taken 3 or 4 days.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
3 or 4 days.
Because I mean, maybe even I didn't have everything in digital form and I had to,
Mhm.
upload it to your platform. But yeah, it was okay. We wanted to do it enough that we were willing to spend the time.
Was the fear of changing us more than the actual change?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. But we have a
Was
very congenial neighborhood because there were some homeowners who were resistant to us making this step to join you, but I think they trust us. So it's been good.
is there anything about the systems that we have or the service we provide that helps build that trust?
There were times with our other company that we didn't get a statement for 3 or 4 months. We really like your process of two board members approving every expenditure. Your team has been very helpful in helping us make those adjustments. So our monthly statement is correct. Once again, it's somebody who doesn't know much about accounting. I had to have a little help in knowing how to read the financial statement, but Gara was very helpful in explaining that.
Right. You find now after that coaching, or now you're able to use the reports to help make decisions and
Yes.
right. Do you think that our service is saving you half of what the management company was charging, or a third of it, or if you could
I would say our monthly cost to you, I would say before was probably three times more than what it's costing us with you.
well, that's wonderful to keep your dues from having to increase, right? Because you're keeping more of your money and having good control over your accounting shows
Mhm.
you how you can watch other expenses too. What would you say to a prospect who's thinking of making this change?
Well, I would highly recommend your company. In fact, I have recommended you to three other HOAs in Riverside. You're always thinking, wait, if I make this change, how can I go back? If it doesn't work out, how can I go back? Especially in our area where opportunities are so limited because of the size and just the way property managers here do business. But it was worth it to us to take the risk because I mean, honestly, the homeowners, when they looked at how much we were spending on property management, they were complaining. So we felt like we needed to explore some other options.
Gay, I want to thank you for spending some time with me and sharing your story and your experience with working with community financials. I appreciate it. I appreciate you as a customer, and thanks for sharing your time.
It would be great if this is helpful to other people. I'd be happy about that.
If any of these sound familiar, that is a good sign. It is worth having a conversation. Most boards that reach out to us tell me afterward that they wish they had done it sooner. The hardest part is usually just deciding to look into it. You can start at communityfinancials.com, our website. There's a scorecard where you can see how your current setup stacks up, and a cost calculator that shows what your community's accounting is actually costing you right now. If you want to talk through what a transition would look like for your community specifically, we're glad to have that conversation.